Hi, this is Sally High from Flip Side of Therapy. I just wanted to do a little video blurb today with you guys and just talk about, we have the upcoming season of Christmas coming, and there's a lot of talk around forgiveness, and that's not just oriented towards the season, but as a therapist, I hear a lot of times clients coming in saying, I can't forgive my partner, I can't forgive my husband or wife, or I can't forgive my parents for this atrocious thing they did. And so one of the things I like to talk about is when we ask for, when we can't forgive someone, what is that saying? If we look back, and this is kind of what I was told, I had a very tough teacher when I was going through this processing of enlightenment or of discovering who I am, I was told, we came into this world alone and we're going to go out of this world alone. So when we have an expectation that somebody should treat us a certain way, that sets us up for pain because we don't necessarily know what their expectations are, but we're assuming that they know what we mean, and they're thinking we know what they mean. And so when we get crossed or we get hurt or somebody doesn't do what we thought they should do, then we get angry and then we blame, and all of a sudden that creates or fosters this environment for forgiveness. So why is it important to forgive? Because it's not about setting that person free, it's about setting yourself free from no longer having to hold on to resentment, frustration, just years of just bitterness, and we see family members holding on to years and years of resentment over what? Over who is more right than the other person. And I find that so often in couples counseling. It's not about who's right or wrong. It's about, hey, I just forgot for a second. I'm an apple, you're an orange, and I made the mistake of just assuming everybody else was an apple because I am too. And that's just our conditioning and our programming. If we can soften and see on the other side, everybody has their own belief systems, their own agreements, the way they see life is all stems from, the way they were raised, how they saw relationships working or not working. Did they come from a toxic environment or not? And we have to know that we don't know everybody's story, but yet at the same time, we're not that different from each other. We really aren't. There's so many similarities in all of us. So, also when we take, when we forgive someone else, it's not only is it so much easier, but it's just so much easier to love, bottom line. But when I think about okay, I need to forgive this person, what did they really do wrong? What did they do? Okay, well, they didn't say they didn't do what they were gonna say. They didn't do what they were supposed to do, okay? Or they're not reliable, or as they went behind my back and talked badly about me to other people. It's okay, great. Well, so then you have trust issues, or you had an expectation. But I don't really need to forgive someone. I just need to know that and move on. So what am I gonna sit and wait for someone to say they're sorry? No, it's just know who's toxic, who's not, who you want to be around. And it's for us to be like water and to move around it, not wait around for somebody I'm going to wait around for them to apologize. Then you're really going to be waiting for a long time. And trust me, I know this. When I was doing this work early on, I was the righteous victim. I was like, I owed an apology and you're going to give me one. And the reality is that nobody owes us anything. Honestly, nobody owes me anything. I owe my own self the time and the commitment to do the work, to become self-actualized, to know that all I have is me in this world. People can come in and out of this life with me and then walk on this path. Some come for a minute, some come for a second, 5 years, 10 years, a lifetime. But when they want to get off on this journey, that's their right. It's not my right to say, no, you have to stay. You have to stay on. If you leave me, you abandon me. No, everybody's here to do their own dance. And so that's where we really move from a needs-based kind of love or feeling of I need you to need me to feel needed to I don't need you, I just want you. I already, my job's to love myself, but you being with you enhances the ride I'm already on. And that's where we shift from, needs-based to do a real kind of love for ourselves and for others. So when someone crosses you or does you wrong, just remember there is no wrong or right. It's just that you have your belief systems and they're just disagreeing with someone else's. So maybe instead of instantly going to getting angry, be the explorer. Ask them so tell me more about why you feel differently about this opinion, or tell me a little more about, your thoughts on why you think it's left is better than right, instead of being like, no, right's absolutely better. Because you know what, you come off ignorant, you sound dumb, you sound stupid, you sound like you're gonna go tit for tat over what? Haven't you ever been in an argument and you're like, what are we even fighting about? But you're just trying to prove a point, like, oh, I'm more right than you are. And I'm just going to bash your head into the ground. Really? Okay. Works really well. So, let's see. Another thing I want to talk about is the idea of being, just being happy on a day-to-day basis. Some people are so stuck in jobs that they don't like. They're stuck in relationships that they feel are living in more like a roommate status. They feel very jaded, bitter. And, I often see this with my clients and I'm like, my gosh, how happy are these people? And then it's like, a couple comes in and they're in their 30s and they're already living like roommates, right? They don't talk. Their schedules are like crazy. They don't hardly see each other. They don't make time to go on dates anymore. They're just miserable. And I'm like, I don't know what's keeping you guys together, but either we're addicted to chaos or drama, or we're feeling responsible for each other. But we need to clean this up because, my gosh, whether it's staying together or not, I think walking this path and knowing that in a relationship all is well, and outside of a relationship all is well, no matter which side I'm on, all is well. And so if that means dedicating yourself to maybe giving yourself a year single, I know that's shocking because when it was suggested to me, I freaked out. My teacher she said my picker was broken. And I was like, my picker? She's like, yeah, your ability to pick men sucks. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, nobody worth, nobody who's got their shit together is honestly going to pick you. And I was like, oh, all right, I needed to hear that. Why? Because I played games that were passive aggressive. I was, I would just assume that they should read my mind. I was petty, and I wasn't. It was true. It's true. And it wasn't until I took a whole year to do the work of exploring why do I get agitated when this button's pressed, or why when this person says something do I get offended. Owning my own stuff, allowing myself to really let the victim go, take full responsibility for my own life, and really love myself and love spending time with myself instead of having to overlap or hop into new relationships like we all do. That was when I could emerge, and when I did emerge out of that, you instantly find someone on a higher frequency because you actually couldn't go to that lower frequency and play those stupid games that you played before. And that's real growth, But so many people are so afraid to be alone. And it's like, but let me ask you a question. Haven't we all been in relationships where we feel very alone? Yeah, some of us can feel the loneliest in a relationship. And then I also ask people, like, can you think of a time before your relationship when you were alone and you were actually happy? And most people say, yeah, absolutely. So just be careful not to run those narratives too tight and keep spinning on them. And, I just want you guys to really work on thinking about, what is going to bring me into my alignment more and more today? What can I do to foster that? Positive affirmations. Is it meditation? Is it mindfulness? Is it breath work? Is it just, listening to some of these great teachers, podcasts that we're following? Is it getting therapy or getting some coaching? But keep accountability partners and people around you. It's very important to do that work. So hopefully this is helpful. All right, talk soon.